Hey, what's going on, my good people? Yeah, we have all been looking for answers in the case of Jelani Day. And today we found out that they may have found his phone. So let's look at a couple things. Come on, ride with me. When we first heard about the case of Jelani Day and him going missing, one of the first things that they told us was that the last cell phone ping from his phone happened on August the 24th on a Tuesday at about 9:20 in the morning. And it was when he left this weed dispensary. And, we speculated the phone may have been turned off, somebody may have taken the phone from him. We didn't know what was going on with that phone. But we know that police ended up finding the car, his lanyard, his clothes, everything but his keys and phone. And I'm one who believed that the phone would be key to this investigation. Now, we all know that Jelani's belongings was found an hour away from where he was last seen in Peru, Illinois. I mean, we had uh, somebody found the car. We had somebody in red supposedly dropping his wallet. We had two white girls find his clothes. Hell, we got a tip telling us Jelani was up there, and they found him in the river. Now, they're telling us that someone else may have found his phone. Hmm? This man named Brian made a post on Facebook. And we about to break down this post. So I'm going to read it to y'all. Just to make sure we clear on what's being said. Okay? So in this post, Brian says, so my worker was driving on the interstate and lost something. Pulled over to pick it up. He finds this phone. Then takes it to Walmart to get money. Few days later, private investigators are getting a hold of him. Come to find out, it was Jelani Day's phone. Body found from Bloomington. Of course they had to confiscate phones. Man swear it's always something. Moved to a small town to avoid trouble and nonsense. Never fails to follow. And I was like, wait a minute. Couple things. So at the start of this post, he said his worker was driving on the interstate and lost something. Pulled over to pick it up. And I was like, what did he lose? And what type of work do they do? Because I've done a lot of traveling and I've never lost anything on the interstate. And I'm wondering if they're talking about Interstate 39, because that seems like that would have been the route that Jelani would have traveled to get to Peru from Bloomington. Now, this person supposedly lost something and pulled over to pick it up. I really want to know what it was. Or is this just an excuse? I'm just saying. And then let me just tell y'all this. Now, like I said, I've done a lot of traveling, alone and with others. And one time we was on the interstate, right? Now, we in a rental. They ain't supposed to be smoking no weed in there anyway. They rolled down the window to flick the ashes out. The whole blunt went out the window. That's the only thing I can say I've seen lost on the interstate. But I promise you, nobody pulled over to pick it up. Nobody went looking for it. So I really want to know what this person supposedly lost out there. And then he comes across this phone. And now don't forget, Jelani, this phone is what, like an iPhone 12 Pro Max or something like that? This guy says, I'm going to take it to Walmart, get some money. I wonder how much he got for it. And I was wondering if it was one of those, what they call them, like a little kiosk where you can drop the phone in a little slot and then they pay you. I wonder if that's what this was. Okay. After doing that, they said that private investigators got a hold of this guy and told them that it was Jelani Day's phone. And then it says, of course, they had to confiscate phones, plural. Now, Jelani only lost one phone. So, what other phones did they confiscate? Hmm? I mean, this just don't sound right to me. And, I'm just suspicious by nature. So, you know, so I'm always, looking at it a certain type of way. Because at this point, I don't trust nothing involving this case, surrounding this case. I don't trust anything. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't trust this either. Now, Jelani Day's family came out and said that as of right now, they don't know if that's Jelani's phone. They said that they've spoken to the guy who made that post, Brian, and got his information and his story about the phone. But they had yet to speak with detectives or police about a phone being found. So at this point, everybody's just hoping and praying that this is Jelani's phone because, again, this is key to the investigation. We needed that phone. And then understand this. I found a phone once before. And the first thing I did was went through the phone. I called damn near everybody in that phone, trying to figure out who it belonged to so I can give them their phone back. So I'm wondering if whoever found this phone, did they get in it? Did they try to go through it? Now, like I said, I suspect that this person used that kiosk that you see at Walmart. And it's called ecoATM. And they take all types of electronic devices, along with phones, iPhones, Androids, broken phones. They take it. And I've never used it, but I went looking for information about it. Let me show you what I found. Now, they said that the Eco ATM is one of the worst places for thieves to bring a stolen phone because they require a photo scan, an ID scan and validator, and they have live verification when you use this kiosk, okay? And they also said that the phone does not have to be working. It can be broken, cracked screen, all that. They'll take it. They'll give you a quote for it, okay? But most importantly, what I found on their website was the fact that when selling an iPhone, which we all know Jelani had, in order to sell it, the Find My iPhone has to be turned off. So what that told me was, if this person was able to sell Jelani's phone, then the Find My iPhone feature was turned off. Now, I can't say if this person turned it off or if he found it like that. I don't even know. But it was off. And we know that the last cell phone ping was at the weed dispensary. Now, I ain't no Apple head. I don't have an iPhone. I'm part of the Android gang, okay? And it sounds to me like turning your phone off is different than turning off Find My iPhone. I mean, it sounds like two different things here. I'm gonna need my iPhone users, my Apple heads, to let me know how that works. But as far as I'm concerned, I honestly believe that that's his phone that they found. I really do. I really do believe that. And as of right now, Brian and his worker, they in the spotlight over here. And I would love to hear what Team 54 got to say about it. So I'll meet y'all in the comments, and I'll be back.
So make the news, nigga, and watch what happens. If you make it over here on this channel, nigga, we on your ass.
Okay.